on your latest installment of Gun Talk Nation. Today on Gun Talk Nation, it's Kevin Jarnagin with Gun Talk, and we're going to go random rando show today. Welcome into Gun Talk Nation. This Gun Talk Nation is brought to you by Walther Arms. Welcome in, KJ.
Welcome in.
Yeah.
It's good to be here.
It's good to be here.
It's good to be breathing today after a week of like SHOT Show prep.
Yeah.
Because we're in the midst of it.
It's the storm before the storm.
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
So every year, I mean, and if you're not in the industry, but you're a gun nerd, you're probably listening to this because you are, and you know SHOT Show.
It's likely.
And so SHOT Show is always in January, mid to late January. And so what happens is we come off of New Year's break, and then it's like, oh God, SHOT Show's in 10 days or whatever it is.
You sit there and you look at it, and it does sneak up on you, but it's all the stuff leading up to it because you're getting like, it's like all these companies get together and they go, okay, is everybody ready to invite them to their booth? Okay, on 3, 2, 1, and send. Yes. And then all of a sudden you get all these booth invites.
I'm kind of, this is just pity party for Ryan, but
I'll get my violin out.
I'm like, man, there's some stuff that I'm like, I want to go do. I've gotten some nice invites to some stuff, and I'm like, I want to go see that company, or I want to go do that thing, and I can't fit it in. It's only 4 days. SHOT Show is that Tuesday through Friday with a range day on the front end. But so we thought we'd talk about a little bit about, I don't know, SHOT Show.
It's kind of an inside look.
It's new stuff being introduced. This is, if you're in the electronics industry, CES is it, right? If you're in the car industry, it's SEMA, right?
Yep.
Isn't it SEMA?
If you're in house building into the world of concrete or something like that, or I don't know, what is it? Builder show?
World of Concrete, builder show. But for us, it's SHOT Show, and it's always in January. So some stuff coming up that I kind of teased it on the podcast last week. We're going to be having a bunch of different companies come on. You're going to be the guy on with them for most of it.
For the most of it.
You're the host of the Guns and Gear live from SHOT Show.
Yeah, and it works out that way because I mean, you've got to be out on the show floor talking to our sponsors and keeping that goodwill and
trying to kind of plan out what the heck are we doing for this year.
Yeah, and then Tom, poor Tom. I feel bad for Tom.
Why?
Because like every year, like every year he offers to do some.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we'll do it. But every year, like, he loses his voice because he's doing multiple radio shows from the show.
We're trying to be somewhat smarter this year. He's doing the radio show on Tuesday from the Crimson Trace booth is when we record it.
Right.
And then it'll air that Sunday. And so if you're at SHOT Show, stop by on Tuesday during the day.
Wave at him.
And, wave at him. But, yeah, he is prone to laryngitis.
He is.
And
it happens every year.
You stay up late. You're in the dry desert air. You're talking in loud parties and loud restaurants and stuff like that. And so I was just talking to him. He says, I think I'm going to try to take it easy until I get the radio show done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't even bother him.
And then he's going to go buck wild, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tom's out late night at all the parties.
and Tom's at Hakkasan.
Yes.
Listening to Tiesto.
Oh, my gosh. That would be amazing. Tom, if you're listening to this, please do that.
Oh my gosh. And then he'll go live. If we got Tom to go to Hakkasan and he go live on our pages.
At least on our Instagram page.
Oh man, that'd be killer.
Tom Live. I'll change the name of the whole channel.
This might be a good idea.
Probably the best one we've had this week.
Gosh.
But no, you're on the show floor. We've got Matt out there. He's going to be running around the show floor, but primarily for all these live spots that we're doing. Really cool companies who are producing a lot of new stuff.
We'll talk about the companies. I don't know if we want to talk about what they're talking about because some of this is like launching them.
I'm definitely not gonna issue a statement on any of these companies.
Some
of them I know. I mean, like right off the bat, we've got Caldwell. Like they're number one. They're in that top spot on the morning opening of SHOT Show. They're talking about the Claymore.
What a good name.
Such a good name.
Claymore. It's a clay thrower.
Yeah.
Claymore.
And they're in their They're targets, but they've got a new target system that I'm not going to announce yet because
won't let that cat out of the bag.
It's not official.
So there's this morning I asked on Facebook because mostly I have a lot of people like in the gun industry who I'm connected with on Facebook. And I said, and I was really honestly asking this question because I really wanted to know what people's thoughts were. Is what do you think the biggest news will be from SHOT Show this year?
You're getting really good comments.
So I haven't looked at it in a couple hours, but right off the bat, it started out with some actual real suggestions.
Like our buddy Ron Dan out of Trailblazer Firearms, great company. He says Taurus will be releasing a ton of new stuff.
That's nice of him since he's the president of a different firearms company.
How does he get away with that? But I will say this, Ron Dan is probably the nicest guy you'll ever meet. So yes, he would say something like that.
Ron, don't you guys have stuff? Well, yeah, but Taurus is doing some new stuff.
They're doing some new cool stuff.
So something to look for. And then the conversation sort of started to devolve quickly, right?
It devolved really quickly. It said like SHOT Show attendance is down from years past. And that might be true. Surely not last year. Last year was, I think, at its lowest, which was actually really nice.
It was two things. The attendance was down because all the still weirdness with COVID stuff. And then they expanded the square footage.
Right.
And now the new Caesars Forum, and it's actually not like you have to go down the strip to Caesars. It's a land bridge that connects it. Did you go in there last year?
I went in there for like 10 minutes.
I went in there for about an hour.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy smokes, this is really nice.
Yeah.
And probably because it's a new facility, they did something with the soundproofing because SHOT Show has this very loud murmur, like a convention. And you don't realize how loud it is until you get back to your hotel room and you're like, wow, I've been speaking like this all day long. And then you go into Caesar's Forum and you feel like you're in a library. It's still same. There's still lots of people doing business. You're like, what kind of
voodoo is this?
Yeah, this is like, hello.
What sound stuff? But another great guest we've got on what's going to be the new thing. Ryan Gresham will be there, and he has a new calibrated recoil analysis system for evaluating handguns. That's from our good buddy Corey Boudreaux.
Corey, I don't fully understand Corey's joke about recoil and me.
It's every show.
I think there was like an incident from 2 years ago where he was like, it looked like you weren't controlling the recoil on that gun.
Or there was a lot of comments
me a hard time.
No, there were a lot of comments on your recoil control, which your recoil control is really good.
I mean, it's fine, but it's not. I mean, I'm not.
Here's another one that's kind of. This would be a shock. Ryan Gresham shaved his head.
Ooh, we could make a splash, right?
You could. I mean, you definitely could.
Make a splash at SHOT Show. Big announcement.
Dude, people would ask if you were sick. Guarantee you.
I'd have to lose weight though. I need to.
That's true.
Like purposely go on like a cabbage soup diet for like 2 weeks and shave my head.
Yep. I'm telling you, mine. Oh my gosh, I can't. You actually chimed in on your own
because I started going. Ooh, they were giving me stupid ideas.
So you
somebody said the 10 millimeter is big. They're like 10 millimeter is big this year.
Yeah.
And what did I say?
You said the 10 millimeter PRC. Yes. And then you go 10 millimeter Creedmoor. You are on here multiple times. You're instigating this right now.
Well, I liked the direction of the conversation,
and I mean it was going somewhere. Someone said so. Nick Collier said another Glock variation, which I promptly. Where's the Glock carbine?
Glock, I know. Glock is. They're doing stuff. I have the SHOT Show. What is this? The SHOT Show directory.
It's kind of a directory.
And then people buy ads because SHOT Show is how NSSF makes money. The Glock MOS, Modular Optics System. Factory milled with precision to accommodate the most popular optic sights. And they've got a 43X and a 48. I have a 48 that I really like.
I've got a 43X that I don't shoot because I can't trust the trigger.
Yeah, they make triggers for Glocks.
I know. No, they do, but
you might need to switch that out.
I need to switch back. Well, here's the problem: is I went aftermarket. I should just said stick with the
Yeah.
standard, your production
This is what we do.
on a carry gun.
This is what we do.
You stick with the production.
We-
just stick
We
with
can't leave well enough alone.
I know.
And we get cool stuff in, and we want to try it out. And people are like, "Oh man, you guys get the cool stuff in." We do, and sometimes it's not as cool as we thought it might be,
It's cool.
or it's a prototype.
And that might be the deal, is because it was when they were first launched, and I was like, "Oh, this trigger's gonna be awesome." You know, it looks good. It'll set the gun off. It'll feel good. And I installed it, and to my knowledge, I installed it correctly. And then I had Chris look at it. And he's like, "It's in. I mean, you installed it correctly, 100%. It's right. Just doesn't. It doesn't work. I don't know why.
It's a full carbon fiber trigger.
I don't know what it is, but it ain't running right. So I just need what I need to do is I need to go buy a production trigger and just reinstall it.
Yep.
Like you should. But that's a whole nother topic.
So one of the things with SHOT Show is it's not open to the public. It's only for industry.
Sucks to be you.
If you want to go to something like this, go to NRA show
Yeah.
or the USCCA show or something like that. Now, I don't know that it's that hard to get into SHOT. I think,
Do you know anybody?
do you know
in the
anyone
firearm?
with a gun store?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably get in. But there is a show going on during SHOT that's in Vegas that you can go to. And it's been going on for years, and it's not talked about much. It's the Las Vegas Antique Arms Show.
So have you been to this?
I have not.
I have.
You have?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course I have. I stayed an extra day one year to go with it with our good buddy Jeff Puckett.
Oh, gosh.
And it was amazing.
Is
'Cause
it really?
it's phenomenal. Like,
January 20th and 21st, so that's next week. It's at the Westgate Resort and Casino.
yep.
Is that off strip?
Yep, kind of.
Kind of more than just antique arms. But what I like here is, first of all, tell me what your
Okay.
thing was. What was it like?
No,
How would you
I'd
describe it?
I would describe it as if you want to find a very niche firearm, that is the place to go.
Antique arms.
Because what was interesting about going around with a guy who knows far more about Smith & Wesson antique revolvers than I do, like walking around with him and looking at guns is fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
How they know like the very small intricacies of, well, this model 629 had this and this one
Yeah.
didn't. They only made like
They only did this for,
a special
6
run
months
of
or
them.
something or
yeah.
whatever.
So to go through that with a guy who knows a lot was really cool. But dude, you see some weird stuff.
So new at the Antique Arms Show this year, the antique Japanese samurai sword section.
Oh, that is going to bring out a whole new breed
You
of
want to
person.
talk about people watching?
It is good people watching. I mean, you see all walks of life.
That's borderline Comic-Con
Yes.
kind of vibe we got
I
going
don't
now.
know, man. The antique sword thing it's kind of big.
The Japanese samurai art sword section.
I mean, so if you are
I'm intrigued.
If you have time, I highly recommend going to it. Like it is something to do if you've got an extra day in Vegas and haven't been able to escape the SHOT Show.
If you can't make it out there to see the swords, you can go to VegasSwordShow.com.
I am not going to put that in my computer. It is for work purposes only.
Don't mistype
Like,
Vegas Sword Show.
dude, no, don't. Why would you put
Someone's
that in?
baiting you. They're like, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's totally for swords.
Dude, I could. I'm not clicking on it. That's one of those like
Check
bait
out
websites.
this sword show in Vegas.
I'm definitely not going now. Like everybody listening
Your
to
search
this,
result, your number 2 search result is going to be the
where
problem.
you want to go.
No, you're right. No, that's where you're actually trying to
Yeah,
get.
that's where you're really trying to go.
Don't go deep into that search results.
Oh my gosh, dude, I can't believe that. Like that, it is a good show. Like,
All right.
but I wasn't aware of the sword show.
So stories from SHOT Show.
What do you expect to see?
I expect to see. What's been funny lately is like lots of dogs. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like everywhere in the world.
That's the deal.
There's dogs everywhere now. They're like, you bring your dog to work. Weirdos.
Kitted up.
I do that.
Well, there's nothing
but they're
wrong with
kitted
that.
up. Yeah.
They're kitted up. You don't bring your dog in like full garb, like
Wearing
every
ballistic
day.
goggles.
Yes. But that is funny. The funniest one was, so, they put the film over like the glass to make it look like something else. Like, so I saw a dog and it was a Malinois, and they're all Malinois. Like,
Yeah,
it seems
that's
like
the thing.
That's the thing. If you're an operator, you better have a Mal. If not, like,
Yeah. Do you even operate, bro?
Operate? Yeah. But I was going down the escalator. He was coming up, and this dog sitting there, like, he could totally just kill me, like, if he wanted to.
Yeah.
But I had to laugh at him because he had the goggles on, and then he had like, they were like googly eyes, like, and so like
That's
the eyes were
hilarious.
like stenciled on or
Oh
whatever
my
they are. They're like a
gosh.
film.
Yeah. Where he can see through.
He can see through it, but
Yeah.
what you see are two like giant eyeballs looking in opposite
That's
directions.
hilarious.
Funniest thing I saw at SHOT
Oh my
Show.
gosh. Wow.
But yeah, I expect to see some SHOT Show miracles. Like that, you always see, and you know what that is, right?
Go ahead and tell him. I know what it is.
So SHOT Show miracles. I mean, it happens every year to a few lucky people, where they're basically like in the carts, like in the like
The
either a
electric
cart,
carts or
electric wheelchair, something like
electric
that.
wheelchair.
And
Yeah.
then you're sitting away, and then all of a sudden, like, you see the miracle happen in front of your eyes. They get up and they walk to a gun and pick it up. It's like they were healed by the gun. Like,
Is that
it is amazing.
the new Colt Python?
Yes, and they get up and walk. Like they take their first walks after like 2 or 3 years.
Been healed by the Colt Python.
Oh man. I always think it's funny to see that. And I think Jeff Puckett, our good buddy, he kind of coined the
Shot show
term.
miracle.
It's a SHOT Show miracle. No one thought it would happen, but he did it.
Yeah. And then you have the people who are trying to get the swag. They're all about
yeah.
like the pins and the
Okay.
patches and the stickers.
Yeah, well, the pin guy, like he walks around with basically a trench coat. And I know how much did that coat have to weigh? Because it
it's
is
crazy.
entirely made of pins.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing.
What's interesting is you have you have scopes and guns and ammunition,
Mm-hmm.
but they're like, I don't know, what are they, do they tell it on here? I mean, it's thousands
How
of
many
exhibitors.
So, I have
mean,
no idea.
I could turn to any page and go, oh, okay, Almar knives, you got knives, right?
Yep.
You've got Amtech suppressors, you got Ammo Inc. You've
Dude,
got
that might be the new thing. That might be the new thing is suppressors.
Everybody.
Everyone. Because you know what?
Everybody does suppressors.
They're not that hard to make,
Yeah.
apparently.
No,
Because
it's a
everybody's doing
tube.
it.
It's a tube.
Yep. It's tube. Metal tube.
Blue
Yeah.
guns,
They got pepper balls.
pepper balls.
I mean, they've got vehicles. I mean,
Hey.
everything.
Bug Assault has a booth.
I saw that. I need to go buy. We need a bug assault for the office.
You guys know about Bug Assault? So Bug Assault is a little gun thing that shoots salt
and kills.
to kill bugs.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I don't really know much more than that.
That's
but-
about what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Hey,
but
Bill's Sewing Machine Company is going to be there.
Oh, for sewing all your tactical patches on your
Yes.
jacket.
We can start
So-
a soft goods company.
Well, we even had wasn't there a bank there last year?
Oh,
There was,
there was a bank
or
and
an
there was
insurance company.
Insurance company
Yeah.
that specializes in that stuff. And here's one from Chiappa, the Little Badger
That could.
TD.
Oh.
TD. Yeah, takedown.
2.7
Extreme.
pounds or something.
2.9 pounds.
So off.
2-piece takedown. Simple knob transforms this rifle into a packable 2-piece gun
Yeah.
that fits in its floating water-resistant tube.
Sounds like a lot of marketing speak for it. It's an ultralight AR that breaks down and fits in a tube.
It's not an AR though.
It's
This is
not?
like hammer fired. It's like a single shot
Oh.
deal. But it's neat.
Sure would
It's
have been
fun.
cooler if it was an AR.
Yeah. It was
Someone get on that,
fed.
please.
Come on.
2.9
What are you
pounds.
even doing?
But no, there's a lot of different companies out there. And you were talking about like the guys that are the swag people. Last year, we both were that guy because what we did last
we
year,
had a
remember?
game going, yes.
We had a game going where we were doing a giveaway. And I think I
Yes.
should do this again.
A swag
I'll
giveaway?
do this, a swag giveaway for our lives next week.
I like it.
What else? So if you comment and you watch our lives next week,
You should tell the people that you're interviewing if they could bring
Yes.
swag.
bring
We'll make it a
swag.
giveaway thing.
Yeah. That would be awesome for our viewers. Like,
Yeah.
and all it takes to enter is what we'll do is we'll number them comments from 1 to whatever we go to, and then we'll just pick a number,
Yeah.
and then that way, every comment is an entry, so you can enter 1,000,000 times if you wanted to.
You could be like
If
that.
you want SHOT Show swag, because
Yeah.
we gave away. I mean, it was I don't know, like 6 or 7
it was
pounds
it
worth
wasn't like
of
a patch.
gear.
It was like
No.
a big prize pack
Like,
of swag.
You got patches, you got stickers, you got bags, hats, shirts.
Yeah.
What else did we like? Shot glasses.
Yeah, there was all kinds of stuff.
I mean, there was everything. So
Yeah.
we'll do it again. I'll go around and grab a bunch of stuff.
Get everybody who's coming to
Yeah.
the booth to do
Yeah.
something. So yeah, SHOT Show, and then I'm trying to think. There's some new stuff coming out that we can't talk about yet.
And that really sucks because there's so much good stuff.
What is it? I guess I wonder what would be, because sometimes you go like, okay, that's new, whatever, who cares? I mean, my 30-06 will kill everything. But what would be new that would get your attention? Like, ooh, wow, this is awesome.
Man, I mean, so lightweight is everything now.
I was thinking lightweight.
Lightweight is everything.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. A 2.9 pound AR takedown would be cool, but I don't think we're going to get there. What are some of the companies, like 6 pounds, something like that? I mean, they're somewhere around there.
I think lightweight stuff would be great.
But at what point are you like, that's pointless?
New calibers are always fun.
7 PRC is
I'm
big
not-
right now.
And I mean, perhaps, we don't really need a new caliber of anything, cartridge of anything. But I still dig it. I still
Yeah.
think it's fun.
So what would get you going?
And sometimes they're like inventing something specific. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, this is a straight wall cartridge. What was it a few years back?
Oh, there's a new one
Was
coming
the
out.
350 Legend was really
Yeah.
purpose designed
Yeah.
to be a straight wall cartridge.
Yeah.
There is a new one coming out.
There is a new one coming out. It was really cool.
Yeah.
But hey, let's jump on a read real quick.
Let's do that.
Let's do, you know what? We are brought to you by Walther.
Walther. So obviously the old school Walther made really good stuff, but it was very European designed. And now as they've brought out their new pistols, the stuff that's been coming out the last few
the
years.
PPQs, big,
PPQ.
the M5 steel, that competition gun they brought out.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome.
Those are cool.
And there's all grip and trigger.
Yeah.
That's what they hang their hat on. And if you pick up a Walther, you know what you got in your hands. I mean, any gun guy, if they've ever held a Walther, you could tell them, close your eyes and put a Walther in their hands, and they could identify, yes, that is a Walther.
Yeah.
And their new one, the PPQ, it's an M, what is it? It's a PPQ M2, so kind of a modified, I guess their second iteration of a 5-inch, but it's in 22.
Really cool. It's like
That's
a
cool.
full size 22,
Full
right?
size. So
Yeah.
12 shots, rear side adjustable for elevation and windage. Yeah, this is definitely the European site that I'm on. So I'm going to
thinking-
give you all the European dimensions.
yeah.
It is 127
It's- how many grams
and
is
a
it?
half millimeters. It is. The weight of the gun is 635 grams. The trigger weight is 2,200 grams.
Ooh, nice.
So there's all your details on the Walther PPQ M2
I think
5-inch
next week,
22 long rifle.
Next week, you have to do everything in metric.
Oh my gosh. I thought about doing almost all of them in a different accent. I could just do some random
Problem
accent.
is, you'd start out with one and then you end up somewhere else.
Always. Doesn't matter. I go for British and all of a sudden I've got some god awful.
Then you're in
Scottish.
Arkansas.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, we do have a lot of cool people coming on, but yeah, what would get me excited? New calibers are always fun, but I think what companies are doing as far as like cost wise is going to be cooler. I think seeing this, because in the last few years we've seen an increase of price. So you've got like ARs that are like $2,500. I think we're starting to get better components and learning off the current technology to produce just as good guns for a lot less.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited. That's what would get me excited.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff that doesn't break the bank.
Yeah.
Also, I'll say this. There's a gun that's already been released. We did a little video on it. And it's the Tombstone from POF.
Yes.
And it's been interesting to me, the comments on this gun. So the Tombstone from POF, it is a lever action.
It's just like everybody,
It's sort of
why?
Sort of a tactical lever gun. It's in 9mm, and it doesn't use a
Magazine
tubular magazine. It's a detachable magazine. Now, it is their magazine because they designed a 9mm magazine for another gun that they made. And so they have the design, they have the machines to make these magazines, and so that's why they integrated that magazine in.
So to answer
people don't like
question-
that. They're like,
Right.
it should be Glock mags.
Why? Like, because they can. I mean, that's fine, but
And
they're not coming after lever guns.
and the gun costs $2,000. So, my thing is this: when it comes to cost, they go, "That's crazy." Why is it crazy?
Yeah.
If somebody's like, "Cool, neat," I'll
And
buy
they'll
it.
pay for it.
I mean, if it's too much, it's more than what you would want to pay. That's fine.
Right.
You're not wrong, but someone else buying it's not wrong either. I
Right.
mean, prices have such a subjective
So
thing.
here's the deal. The guy who says, "Oh no, that's crazy," he's the same guy that'll go out to the range and see a guy that has one of those, and he'll beg him to shoot that gun.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is cool.
It's very cool. I shot it and I was like, this is great. This
Yeah.
is fun. Now, I get it. If you're like, would I spend $2,000 on it? That's up to you.
Yeah.
If you think it's cool enough. And the whole like, what's the point of this gun? What's the point of a lot of guns? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I joked earlier, but like, if the 30-06 bolt gun that you got when you were 15 will kill everything in North America,
don't need
including
anything
grizzly
else.
bear if you load it with the right ammo.
Yeah.
So like, you don't need another gun. What's the point? What's the point of 6.5
Everything.
Creedmoor, 6.5 PRC? What's the point? Well, because it's new and it's fun and it's different.
And I like guns.
Yeah.
Like
And
it doesn't matter.
And our mutual buddy, Jay Guthrie, would say, people want to say, 30-06, 30-06. He goes, here's the deal. We're Americans, and we want to open our gun safe and not say, look at my 3 guns. We want to open my gun safe and say, look at all these damn guns.
Yep. You're right.
Because I
My
can,
gosh.
right? But I don't know. I think it's a fun gun.
It is.
What's the point of it? It could be a self-defense gun. It could be just a fun plinking gun. It's way different.
What about getting youth into shooting lever guns? Like just something,
could
because
be.
there's not a lot of recoil to it.
Could be. There's no recoil.
See.
And they have a big break on it, which is funny, but
Put
it's
a
not.
Banish 46 on it.
I don't recall it being a lightweight gun. I wouldn't
Right.
describe it. It is a 9mm, but I wouldn't describe it as like
Lightweight.
light and handy.
Okay.
It's not huge and chunky, but it seemed very sturdy
Yeah.
to me. I think another reason why people would like this gun, and a reason why people like guns, is they like the mechanical parts of it.
Mm-hmm.
They like this is how it works. This is different.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, we took a Marlin design or a Henry design or whatever, and we tacticalized it.
Yep.
No, it's a brand new gun they invented.
Dude, they are. POF's doing a lot of cool stuff.
They always have
mean,
done cool stuff.
yeah.
I think they're sitting on, I'll say it this way, they're sitting on a lot of really cool designs that they haven't even
Really?
made yet.
Dang it. You're gonna drop that?
I'll say that.
And not you're gonna drop it,
say that.
right? Like
Because Frank, the founder of the company, who's gone up to the big shooting range in the sky, was kind of a mad scientist genius when it comes to designing that kind of stuff. And so his son Cody and his wife, they're running the company and kind of just picked it up and kept running with it.
Really?
But there's like, you have somebody who's like, oh, here's an idea. And they have this whole new idea for a magazine or for a gun or for a system. We can't make them all, Dad.
No.
Like,
yeah. Store some for later.
yeah, let's
That's
put
cool.
this aside and work through it. But that's a new one that's kind of fun. It's different. Whether you think there's a good point to it or not, that's up to you.
Guarantee if someone had it, you'd shoot it.
Right.
Guarantee you.
Yeah.
Because I would.
think they're going to sell
A lot of
a lot of them.
Yeah.
And for a lot of these companies, POF is not a giant company.
No.
They may not have to sell that many for it to be worthwhile for them.
That's true.
I mean, I don't know what the number would be, but I mean, they may be like, oh yeah, we can make 500 a month.
Yeah.
Well,
they'll sell
that's
out
6,000 of them, and then we sell out of them, and that was cool. That was a fun thing.
That's cool. That's a good one. Man, trying to think what else would be what we can talk about. That's a good one. Oh, Colt.
We can talk about it.
The bolt gun.
CBX bolt gun.
What the heck? That for me came out of like left field.
Yeah.
Like I did not see that one coming.
And I feel like it's a pretty well thought out gun. It's the gun. I think I said this in the video. It's like what you expect from a modern bolt gun right now is
because it's an MDT chassis.
It's a chassis gun.
Okay.
It's an MDT chassis. They worked with MDT on it to customize it for this gun.
Yeah.
So it's a fully adjustable stock, so to fit the shooter, and has a really nice trigger. I was shooting it. I went to Justin Baldini.
Their trigger?
It's their trigger. I said, Justin, whose trigger is this? It's our trigger. What? Really? That's impressive. I mean, he was like, yeah.
Usually they're aftermarket triggers, or like they have someone.
A lot of people they'll partner with somebody, right? But he said it's their trigger and it's really nice.
Wow.
And so that's one worth. I mean, we already have a video out about it.
Yep.
So if you're interested to find out more about the Colt CBX,
that's pretty cool. That for me, and it's available 6.5 and 308.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think those two. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
I can't believe they didn't watch it.
It's not
6.5.
It's not like
6 millimeters.
It's not like huge and beefy though. It's not like a Ruger Precision rifle.
Okay, yeah.
It's not like that.
Okay.
It's more of I would say it's somewhere between. It's not a Sig Cross, right? 'Cause that's super lightweight.
Oh yeah. It's like a.
It's in between.
Yeah. So it weighs what? Probably about 12 pounds, 11 pounds.
Oh wait, it's less than that. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
That's
not bad.
I guess we could look it up.
I mean, we could.
The world at your fingertips. We don't have to wonder anything anymore. We're still old school enough. We're like, I wonder what that is, and your kids would be like,
Dad,
I have the answer right here in my hand.
Don't you hate that? Dude, that happens all the time. Yeah.
The Colt CBX.
Okay, yeah. It looks
say the
like
weight?
it's a 24-inch barrel on the 308, and it's a 26-inch barrel on the 6.5. Uses AICS mags, 2-position safety, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking for weight here. Yeah, unloaded, 10.75 pounds. So I was in.
Okay. So
I was a little over.
It's not a lightweight rig, but it's not a huge, heavy gun.
But you look at a company like Colt, who's been really pushing their snake guns out. Like that's really been their focus. That's why I think this one kind of comes out of left field for me, because you wouldn't.
Because if you ask me, what does Colt make? Well, they make 1911s. They make revolvers, both double action and some single action. Do they still make
ARs.
And they make ARs. That's what they make.
That's it.
So now it's like, at one point, they did make bolt guns in the past, a little bit here and there. But here's something we're not going to do at SHOT.
Uh-oh.
We're not going to play in the NSSF Hava Golf Classic.
Honored American Veterans Afield.
Yeah.
How
You know,
about-
I played in this one year.
Oh, what'd you shoot?
I almost died.
That's how you shot?
I almost died. I got hit with a golf ball, a drive.
No, you didn't.
You don't know the story?
No.
I was, all right, shotgun start at the golf tournament. And
Not literal. That's like
not
guys all
literal,
over the
right?
course.
But yeah, everybody go to the hole and then we'll start all at once. And we may have gotten lost on which hole we were supposed to be on. So
Okay.
we were backtracking for the shotgun start to try to get to our hole, and people were already teeing off. So we are, I don't know, 150 yards driving back towards a tee box.
Yeah.
And I'm
About in-
driving
you're
the
about in
golf cart.
range.
I'm driving, and we have the plexiglass up because it's January and it's a little
nippy.
brisk.
Yeah.
Never saw it coming, never heard it coming. The golf ball went through the plexiglass, bounced off of my hand on the steering wheel, hit my knuckle. My knuckle doubled in size.
No way.
It didn't break it. I thought it was broken.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it broke through the plexiglass windshield.
Who hit it?
I don't know.
You should have found out.
Probably somebody from Glock.
John Daly.
Jeez.
John Daly.
Ringer.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
golfing for
I almost died.
Glock. Glock carbine.
I fought
gonna-
through it
gonna be
though.
launched.
I played through.
Did you play through?
Get it? Played
You
through.
played through it.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's horrible. On that note,
On that note, it's time to stop talking. So yeah, guys, tune in next week.
are we gonna have a show? Our
You can
Gun
watch
Talk
KJ.
Nation. Are you gonna have a Gun Talk Nation next week, or we're gonna pause the shows next week?
I think we're gonna have enough
because-
stuff for you guys to watch.
Yeah, we have. I think we have over 21 Guns and Gear lives from SHOT Show next week. So,
almost continuous.
I mean, it's a lot of work. There's a lot of work to be done back behind the screen. So everybody's working their tails off to get it done.
But
So,
yeah, follow Gun Talk's YouTube page and subscribe. And then I think you have to sign up for notifications so you know when we're going live. Or Facebook, if that's your jam.
and it's
We'll
gonna
be
be
on Facebook
it's
as
gonna
well.
be top of the hour. So I mean, you can pretty much consistently
Usually
if it's
top of the hour.
Usually top of the hour, we're gonna be going live.
We are like a well-timed
Oh yeah,
Mexican clock.
yes.
Not Swiss.
I guess not Swiss.
No offense, but I just don't know that the Mexicans are known for their
Clock making.
clock making. Yeah.
There might be a couple.
You never know. Someone's going to be like, hey,
Have you not?
have you ever heard of El Chapo?
El Paco?
Wow.
Okay.
Reloge. I think that's
Yes.
watch.
Yep.
All right, guys. That's it for us. Hope that you can tune in and